Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudrashana Acharya Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it's posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today is day 4 of the Navaratri celebrations held here at the Sri Narayan Dham, and it's day 1 for Mother Lakshmi in her own form. And I want to read a meditation from the Devi Mahatmyam. And it reads as follows: I resort to Maha Lakshmi, the destroyer of Mahashasura, who is seated on the lotus, is of the complexion of coral, and who holds in her 18 hands rosary, axe, mace, arrow, thunderbolt, lotus, bow, pitcher, rod, shakti, sword, shield, conch, bell, cup, trident, noose, and the discus, Sudrashana. So that is the meditation of Mother Lakshmi that's found in the Devi Mahatmyam. Then I just want to confirm some information that I gave you over the 3 days from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 5. If any member of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas fail to worship or intentionally disrespect the personality of Godhead, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from the position into a hellish state of life. Just want to read this again. Canto 11, Chapter 5, Text 3 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is one of the authorities in Sanatan Dharma. So if you're a Hindu, you wear the red string, you put a dot, you wear sari, and you got Hindu names and surnames, then this information is for you. It's not for those who's studying from the Bible, it's not or following the Bible, it's not for those who's following the Quran, it's not for those who's following the Torah, it's for those who are calling themselves Hindus, who have Hindu surnames. This information is for you. And I'm reading it again. Text 3. If any of the members of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas fail to worship or intentionally disrespect the personality of Godhead, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life. It is self-explanatory. It is self-explanatory, and this set of conversations or verses I'm reading is being spoken by Narad Muni. How many of you heard of Narad Muni? You all know of Narad Muni? And he is speaking it to Vasudeva. How many of you all know of Devashni's father, Vasudeva? No, not that Vasudeva. Lord Krishna's father, not Devashni's father. Lord Krishna's father, Vasudeva. Canto 11, chapter 5, verse 4. There are many persons who have little opportunity to take part in discussions about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, and thus it is difficult for them to chant His infallible glories. Persons such as women, Sudra, and fallen classes always deserve the mercy of great personalities like yourself. Where he means Vasudeva, who is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Canto 11, chapter 5, verse 5. Is it verse 5? Text 5, sorry. On the other hand, Brahmanas, members of the royal order, and Vaisvas, even after being allowed to approach the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, Hari, by receiving the second birth of Vedic initiation, can be bewildered and adopt various materialistic philosophies. Do you understand that? You understand that? So today, if you go around South Africa, leave South Africa, it is too big. Go around Reservoir Hills, Clares State. This verse is for them, and there's a temple in Durban opposite the Magistrates Court. Somsi Road. It's called the Durban Hindu Temple. And today I can discuss it because they sent this on Facebook. They sent a document on Facebook, which means it is public knowledge. So I'm using that public knowledge with a Vedic injunction. Do you know what is the cost of Navaratri at that one temple? Take a guess. Not anyone who read that, who shared my post, who didn't read my post. Take a guess. 5,000. Okay. Dana is still in his 100 years ago. 10 to 15,000. Drop in the ocean. Satish Bhai, you can talk. Jessica is not here. You can take a guess and fail. You won't get whacked for it on your way home. Mama, you can talk too. Mommy is not here. 257,000. No, they're saying the cost of Navaratri. They own the temple. So it's not a hired venue. 257,000. And they're not talking about everything. About everything. Just the big monies. And you'll know around here, there's some very big Navaratris happening. Throughout the year, nobody knows God. In Navaratri, all of a sudden, everybody knows goddesses. Because there is an bewilderment. There is an appeal to those that are bewildered. And many, 90% are bewildered. And because those that took initiation in Vedic injunctions and they are bewildered themselves, it's the bewildered leading the bewildered. And it has become a business. This is a business transaction. This is a business transaction. Throw your Havan Samagri in the fire because there is somebody wearing an orange. He comes from India and he speaks in Sanskrit, which you don't know one word of. All the mantras are read in Sanskrit. And what happens? If I speak in Sanskrit to you, what will you take home? If you don't understand, what can you take? 250,000 down the drain on the name of Mother Lakshmi, Mother Durga and Mother Kali. You think they need 257,000 to extol them? Can you see what the Srimad Bhagavatam is saying? That you must do due diligence with this type of activities as Sanatan Dharmis. As Sanatan Dharmis, you must do due diligence. If this temple made this report, you must go to their board and ask them, this report, 257,000 on Navaratri, what are those people learning there? What happens to them after this 9 days? Who takes care of them after this 9 days? And to what class of people will attend this type of functions?
7 stars.
Yes. You think Mother Lakshmi, Mother Kali and Mother Durga is for 7 stars?
No.
Do you understand? So this is a hype that is created for name and fame. Name and fame. And after the 10th day, everything is forgotten. How much you think this ashram, it cost this ashram for this 9 days?
Maybe 10,000?
2,570 rand. Work it out in percentage. I'm trying to work out a neat maths for you so you don't get confused. I think Vishwadhar, this is his family. He must give us a percentage in the comment section. Vishwadhar is the chairperson of this ashram and his uncle is the chairperson of that temple. You understand? We have to discuss it. It's in the public domain. And I didn't put it there. But as a guru, as a member of the public, as a member of Facebook, I'm a member of Facebook. When I see this type of information posted on Facebook, and they said if they add everything up, maybe 300,000. Maybe 300,000 if they properly add everything up. Is this Sanatan Dharma? Is this Sanatan Dharma? What is it? You understand, Satish Bhai? According to that family, I'm not a guru because I don't know Sanskrit. I am not a guru because I don't speak in Sanskrit. But look at the tragedy. Look at what I have given to the world in English. From the time I opened the satsang, 2013, up until today. Look at how many lives I changed in English. How many lives I changed in English. You all know our worker Becky. Who knows Becky? All of you all know Becky. He's working with Taffy. Over 22 years of his life, he smoked Dhaka, marijuana. He told me today, boss, this church took away my drug addiction about 7 days ago. I am so clean. I am so clean. There was somebody else that was working here, Amita, you remember? Recently too, I just can't get that person's name. Also got cleaned. Also got cleaned. The person that tiled, that put this wooden floor here. No, this wooden floor here. Yeah, Tulani himself, Tulani as well. The person who put this wooden floor here, Rishi, he had a 20-year contract with Addington Hospital. How big you think his file must have been? Yamita? After putting this wooden floor, he went back to Addington for his monthly checkup. They couldn't find anything. That is Sanatan Dharma. That is Sanatan Dharma. That is Hinduism. That is Hinduism. There are countless people that came to this ashram. One prosecutor, Satish's connection. They call it 45th. After this, you can maybe change it to 46th. Yeah? He came here to get blessed and have courage to operate his spine on the next day. Yes or no, Satish? But what happened to him the next day? He went for his operation and they said nothing wrong with your spine. Booked surgery. Booked surgery. That is Sanatan Dharma. That is Sanatan Dharma. Not speaking in Sanskrit. Not? Because look, this temple got gurus speaking in Sanskrit. Look how costly it is. Which guru you'll go to? Common sense, logic, which guru you'll go to, Satish Bhai? The 2057 rand. Alright? Who speaks in English. Because look how much these Sanskrit gurus are costing. 9 or 10 days, 257,000. Do you understand? And I'm shocked. I am shocked. I had to put my glasses and read it a few times. Then I had to send that information to my chairman for observation. And he sent something funny. What you send those stickers? Amita? Yeah. You think these things need to be discussed? Do you think these things need to be discussed?
Because they take half of the money back to India.
Well, the chairperson is saying this is what it cost, or the temple executive committee is saying this is what Navaratri cost. And I'm taking his cost and I'm shocked. Gurus were not supposed to get shocked. I am shaktificated. I don't know what you call that in Sanskrit, Satish Bhai. Shaktificated. Okay, here comes our Vasudeva. Tiveshni is Vasudeva. Okay. Let's see what Narad Muni has to say even further. And this is from Canto 11, Chapter 5, Text 6. Ignorant of the art of work, such arrogantly proud fools, enchanted and enlivened by the sweet words of the Vedas, pose as learned authorities and offer flattering entreaties to the demigods. And this is written over 5,000 years ago. And see how it fits. You know, they say, if the cap fits, and this Guru, Satish Bhai, who is not acknowledged to be a Guru, is reading the truth in English. Who you think God is with? Who you think God is with? The English Guru or the Sanskrit Gurus? Whose heart is pure. You see, Amita, you can take the camera start from my bathroom, go into my kitchen, go into Mataji's room, and go into my room. We are living in a dilapidated environment. Mataji's room where a door fits, not even plastered. And we did this building in 2019. Yes? Where we live, my ceiling fell on my birthday 3 years ago. On that day it was raining. Because our roof was leaking, water filled and one portion of the ceiling fell. I couldn't afford 180 rands to put that board until a snake entered my room. And in fear of the snake, Dhana sponsored the board half-heartedly because he's still thinking if the snake gets bitten, seat is his. So reluctantly he fixed my ceiling. And I was watching him on Sunday. He came with big smiles from outside. There's evidence there. Big smiles. When it landed here and he saw me sitting here in my frame, he was really upset because he thought he'll go there and come and sit. Yeah, but I was already seated in my frame. And then I was very, very disappointed. But he half-heartedly bought the board and put it, one mind saying, hope the garden snake has some poison and bite the guru, He left a few gaps. And you'll go there and see, we had to put Mataji's sari, bed sheets. It's in my room. Go there and see. Now look, I've done a 250 Rand renovation, 250,000 Rand renovation round ashram. Yes or no? Yes. That's a quotation I got. Okay. But we spent a few thousand, I think about 20,000 or 25,000 to do this molds. And I'm an English speaking guru. But my house is dilapidated. But my ashram, well, I've been informed by Taffy and Becky that quite a few vehicles are stopping on the M19, hooting, getting their attention, and they even whites. You understand? All of you? If I had to become commercial, how much you think we're going to make? We have a Goshala here for free. Goshala for free. Everything in the Goshala is for free. And even people, when they get here without feed, we give them feed in the Goshala. That is Sanatan Dharma. Anyone putting money, anyone putting a price to Sanatan Dharma, you turn and run. You turn and run. Rather not learn lies about Sanatan Dharma, be ignorant of the lies. You are closer to God. You are closer to God. Because when a snake tastes the milk, can you drink that milk? What will happen? It will become poisonous. And when you are taught the Vedas by fake preachers and teachers, what happens to the knowledge that enters your mind? It becomes poisonous. It becomes poisonous. So rather remain ignorant than have false information. Yes or no? You understand? So I'm reading this from where? From the scriptures. Every Navaratri, there is a hype created and there's money made. A business takes place and after that everybody disappears. Vishwadhar is holding his breath. Text 7. Due to the influence of the mode of passion, the materialistic followers of the Vedas become subject to violent desires and are excessively lusty. Full stop. Their anger is like that of a snake. full stop. Deceitful, overly proud, comma, and sinful in their behavior, comma, they mock the devotees who are dear to Lord Asiyuta. They mock the devotees who are dear to Lord Sriman Narayan. Who? These fake preachers, these fake preachers who give false information, they hate the devotees of Lord Sriman Narayan. And they say, devotee of Lord Sriman Narayan, if he speaks in English, then he is not an authorized devotee. This evidence is coming from where, Satish Bhai? Because I'm an English-speaking guru. Sanskrit-speaking gurus have to look for this thing. English-speaking guru, God presents his defense. Dana, who you'll follow? Follow me to kill me? Okay, I want to go to one more. And this is for you. Listen very carefully what the Supreme Lord is stating. One who has obtained pure devotional service by association with my devotees always engages in worshipping me, full stop. Thus, he very easily goes to my abode, comma, which is revealed by my pure devotee. You all understand that all of you that follow a bona fide spiritual master who is a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, if you associate with that devotee, then you go back home. You go back home. When you go to places which is not authorized in the scriptures of Sanatan Dharma, then you'll have a hellish life on this planet. Are there any questions? Any questions? So this also happens in Guruji's ashrams. In our Guruji's devotees. We don't have to go too far. It happens in Guruji's devotees. For some reason, there are people that are claiming to have Guruji's powers. There are people that are claiming to have Guruji's powers, as if Guruji dishes out powers to his devotees. If you want to have Guruji's power, you have to become 100% disciple. And then too, you are too small to get Guruji's power. I have never ever stated in my life that I have 1 ounce of Guruji's power. I have never ever stated that I have Guruji's power, because it does not work like that. The Sri Sampradaya does not work like that. There is no transference of power. Nobody gets trance here. Nobody gets trance. No power of any kind. But you'll hear people, Guruji's devotees, say, hey, I got Guruji's power. Only power is Mother Lakshmi. Only power is Mother Lakshmi. Guruji is one of the greatest saints to touch his feet on this planet Earth. And the Sri Narayan Dham is his only substantive ashram on this planet Earth. All the evidence is there, yet I don't have any. I am powerless. I am powerless. I never take any power from my Guru. Whatever flows, flows. But I can never say, Guruji gave me that funny kind powers, Amita. Alright? So there's a lot of branches and sub-branches of Guruji in Durban. So when they stick together, when they fight, then they'll say, hey, Guruji gave me power, I'm going on my own. Then that subgroup fight, then somebody will walk out there and say, Guruji gave me power, I'm going home. Sanatana Dharma is not like that. Only power is understanding the Bhagavad Gita, understanding the Upanishads, understanding the Brahma Sutras, understanding the Mahabharata, understanding the Ramayana, understanding these verses that I gave you. See, this book was kept here. This book was kept here, and I got the message, I shared the message. It might have been about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I read that from that temple. Okay? I only opened this book now in your presence. And this information that rebutted a whole lot of things, I opened this book in your presence. This is Canto 11. Do you know how many verses there are in 24,000 verses in the Srimad Bhagavatam? From 24,000 verses, I opened to the right verse. That is called power. That is called power. I did it in front of you. But there's no other that kind of power. You understand? So we're discussing power. That is why I'm discussing what I'm discussing today. All right? Where's Vishwadhar? I mean Vasudeva. Oh. So we were sitting, we went to buy tiles, Ismail's. And one of these people that we were involved for many, many years in that ashram where I was, when I was an ordinary devotee. And this person was the treasurer's wife. She should give us receipts when we should put our donations. Every week we used to donate and get a receipt. She did not make me out. She was across the road. She screamed to me to alert the boy that works in the tile shop. And then I screamed her name and I greeted her and she looked at me. Then she walked past me and I greeted her again. And I asked her, how's her husband? But we were all devotees of this great Guruji. Because somewhere along the line, I heard her husband got powers now. So he opened his sub of a subsection. Sri Sampradaya does not allow that. Sri Sampradaya does not allow you to get power. You must become a disciple only. What you must become? only a disciple. I sweep my own ashram. I rake my own ashram. I'm not powerful. I don't know if I'm even qualified in any way to be a servant of my Guru. I don't know. But I try my best every day. You understand? Can you see the mess in Sanatana Dharma? And this is why all the other religions walk over us. Why? Because we have no unity, we have no respect. We have no unity, we have no respect for our own spiritual system. And it's nobody's fault. This is Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. And who is Maha Maya? Mother Kali, who's keeping 75% or more of the human population in darkness. That was the 3 days, and that is her job. But if you want to come out of that ignorance, then she states you must go and become spiritual. And in order to become spiritual, you have to find a spiritual master. In order to become spiritual, you have to find a spiritual master, just like all other subjects in this world. If you want to become a lawyer, then you have to go and enroll in the law faculty. And if you want to become spiritual, then you have to enroll in the spiritual faculty. And the only spiritual faculty is the domain of a bona fide spiritual master who comes through the system of self-realization and God realization. How can you go and ask somebody who God is if that person has not realized God and is not in constant contemplation and communication with the Supreme Lord? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Jai Sri Narayan.